What's good? This is another episode of MBC News. Um, I want everyone to go subscribe to my other channel, which is Matthew Sheely. MBC News, that's my government initial name. And that's where I'm going to predominantly put most of my videos, especially about social commentary and just things that's going on in the world and in media. Um, my first couple of episodes have basically been about, my opinions, things going on around the country. At some point, I will expand out beyond just what's going on in the United States. Um, but however, this particular video I'm doing right now is mainly geared towards black men. Because at the end of the day, you know, I'm married to a black woman. I love black women, but growing up as a young teenager, a young man, now an older man in his 30s, one thing I would definitely teach my son is that not every sister is a sister. Sometimes you have to be careful whom you praise because I see a lot of these brothers that do YouTube videos who I feel are disingenuous anyways. They're just vagina starved to kind of keep the language clean. Um, and they just say a lot of things because they think they can get in uh, black women's panties. Um, Kind of like what Dr. Umar Johnson tried. Um, this has been a man who has staunchly been in the corner of sisters and his Nubian queens. And for whatever reason, he got involved with a woman who he said he didn't know was a stripper, um, wearing hair hats, all different shades. Um, and this is why you have to be careful whom you praise. You can't praise every black woman. Just like I be telling black folks, stop saying black don't crack. I've seen black shatter and turn into powder. Shut up with that. Black does crack. And sometimes black just obliterates. Okay? There's some people I've went to school with that I see them now and I'm like, damn, they're like the damn crib keeper. So don't say that. But nevertheless, you can't praise all black women. And the one thing that has been lost in the black, especially in the black male community, because we don't really have a black male community unless we're in a community in prison or in a community in the graveyard or in a community known as gang life. Um, Very, very rare do we have just your common dudes who get it, understand it, use knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Just like it's fairly understood that you have to, that a man has to earn respect. A man has to earn a woman's heart. We have to do the chivalry thing. We have to open up doors. We have to put our jacket over puddles and let the woman walk over it. We have to do all this to prove our loyalty to a woman, but what does a woman actually have to do, especially in the black community, to prove her loyalty to us? She just has to say it. Doesn't mean she has to keep her word. She just has to say it. She says, "Hotep," or whatever, or "Shalom," you know. And black men need to really understand the same thing that you have to go through. You have to put them through it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to make them earn their keep. You have to make them earn respect. They have to earn respect. Just like men have to earn their respect, they gotta earn our respect. And this woman took private conversations and divulged them to the world. And now his his life's work in 1 second is in danger of falling apart. And and where are the pro black sisters? Huh? Where are them Nubian queens you kept trying to appease all the time? Where are they? Are they still supporting you? Are they still coming out publicly and supporting you? You had that one NBA player, whoever he may have been, who said he can't be associated with that. And that's the other thing with you black men. You black men are freaking cowards. You don't stand up for nothing. You're scared to take a controversial stand because you're scared of kickback. You're scared of um, having to fight and stand your ground. No other race of men have that kind of fear. When them priests, them Catholic priests, was tearing them little boys' behinds off and doing all kinds of ill, nasty, perverse things, you still had people supporting, even though there were allegations, there were certain past transgressions that were covered up, you still had people come out in the media, in the news, and said, I'm still going to this church because this, what I forget what they call them, cardinal or whatever they, whoever this person is, I've known them my entire life, and I like the way they do the service or blah blah blah, whatever their reason is. They still came out and supported them. We don't do that. Why did that? I'm assuming it was a black man who was going to donate $1 million. Why did he renege? How many skeletons is this basketball player? Come on, he's a basketball player. You gonna tell me he hasn't hit a few strippers? You gonna tell me that? You gonna tell me if this dude is married, he didn't slip up a few times? See, black men, because they're raised by black women, have become and taken on the traits of black women, which is being hypocritical. For example, black woman will say, "My baby daddy ain't crap." Okay, your baby daddy ain't crap, so why'd you sleep with him? Why'd you let him get you pregnant? They don't think about that. And even when you bring that up, it's still their fault. Well, he could have wore a condom, or he could have pulled out. I swear, I've heard that before. Someone said that to me in person, not online, not on Facebook, in person. He could have pulled out. He could have wore a condom. You could have took birth control. Like, this is why I weep for my son, because he's gonna have to deal with stupid women like this. And there's no type of accountability for what black women do. Nobody is saying, wow, this stripper's being a straight up snitch. But then they'll be like, it's like it's okay if a woman snitch, but if a dude was snitching, then the dude is still bad. Let's say this was I don't know. I'm trying to think of, let's just say it was Beyonce, right? And it was like Joe Schmo from down the road. And come to find out she was sleeping around on Jay-Z with this dude. And he put that out on blast. Everybody would be jumping on the dude like, oh, how could you do that, da 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 da. And then everyone would be having a pity party for Beyonce. Forgetting what she was doing, but having pity for her. And you can't tell me that wouldn't be the case. You couldn't tell me that wouldn't be the case. Because black men are cowards to black women. I tell you, man, I've gotten in some fierce combat, verbal spars, it's not for the faint of heart. They say when, you go down on the low post, it's not for the faint of heart. Well, when you start bringing out the facts and it's not favorable for black women, trust me, you got swords swinging at your head at every turn. And Dr. Umar did a lot of ass kissing the black women, and now black women is telling him to kiss their ass, and a lot of black dudes, because they're raised by black women, are telling him to kiss their ass too. Because where's the Pan-African support? Where's all this Pan-African support? We're supposed to be united, right? We're supposed to be. He's supposed to be building a school for black boys, right? And black girl. I'm assuming it's for black girl. I don't know if it's just for boys or girls, but he's supposed to be building a school for black children. But nobody wants to help him. This is what's wrong with black people. It's a multitude of things. They don't want to contribute to anything that will benefit them beyond today. Black folks cannot see the future. They see today. And if it's not going to benefit them today, they're not going to invest in it. But they'll go and buy Dutchess at the corner store, beers, brews, whatever, and they'll fund the Arab man's future. They'll fund the East Indian man's future, help them send their kids to school, and that's cool, you know. But to fund something for us, you know, we don't see it because it's not an immediate effect. It's not going to bring any value. It's not going to cash out. So unfortunately, Dr. Umar's learning the hard way and learning from what I always say, which is you can't trust these black women. Not nowadays. You can't. And you can't call them all queens because not all of them are queens. And by logic, every woman can't be a queen. There's only one queen and one king. Okay? So this whole queen thing needs to really cease and desist. But at any rate, I just wanted to share my opinion on it, give my take, my perspective on it. Don't forget, subscribe to my other channel, Matthew Sheely, and I'll put a link in there so you can go ahead and click on that, and then you can see my other episodes that I have of MBC News. All right, peace.